Hello there.
So, we're doing another one of these. You watched maybe the last one. I don't really know. Actually, I think this is gonna be the third one because length. Something about that.
All right.
My guest wants to sleep.
I do want to sleep.
Yeah. So the third one's shorter.
Right,
so
right.
we're really bad at podcast stuff. Just making that clear right off the bat. We recorded one so far. It was
a masterpiece.
Yeah, sure. It was a masterpiece. We'll say that.
It was the best at least something. So
the best unlisted 36-minute video that you've ever seen. Sure.
Probably. We can't guarantee that, but
no guarantee. Maybe like 50% accuracy. How many 36-minute unlisted videos have you seen? Anyway, we're really bad at this. That's all I really had to introduce this with. Oh wait, no. You're watching me map some other thing. Yep.
I don't know what it is.
Necessary to bring up. You don't know what it is. I finished editing the video. The video is actually done.
Oh.
And it's Tuesday night, by the way, just so we say there's some dates here. Tuesday night, it's getting uploaded on Sunday. And it's the third map. You know what it is. You watched the video. So, if you didn't watch the first one for some reason, if you didn't watch the first one, we wrote down some topics, and that's it. And I have a guest here.
Yep.
Yeah, that's him. Yep.
Hello. If you want to know who I am,
both wrote down
watch
part
topics.
1. Yeah, probably watch part 1. There's an order to these, even though we're recording them out of order.
Yep.
Anyway.
I mean, maybe the order you're supposed to watch it is 1, 3, 2. Who knows?
Sure. I'll try to make that clear in the ending video somehow, just so there's some chronology visible. Anyway, we have a bunch of topics. Any topics you want to start off with?
No.
How about you say yes and pick one?
Okay. I like video games.
Doesn't even have to be your topic. I mean, it could be mine.
I know, but why would I want to talk about your topic?
I don't know.
I've only thought about my topics, so.
Understand. I haven't thought about yours either, but I mean, I can.
There you go.
Make some guesses.
Yeah. So.
Sure.
Video games in general, because, or rather, what it is.
Very broad.
Yeah, what it is to you. Like, what are video games? Because you've played, or rather, the way we play video games is kind of different.
It's bad.
It's bad. Yeah. Tends to be pretty bad. But
I don't play video games. I think that's what you're saying.
Pretty much. You go heavy into one game only, and then try to do something with it. It seems to be. That's like what you've done. I don't know if you want to talk about the game you were in before.
I mean, I feel like anyone who is watching these has seen the 1 year video, and I sort of talked about that a lot in there.
Which video?
The 1 year video. The long one.
Mm-hmm.
You know. In that one, I basically talked about the games I've played.
Right.
A whole 3 of them.
Yeah. But you never made any content for Roller Coaster Tycoon, but you've played it.
For what?
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Roller Coaster Tycoon, yes. I haven't made content because, I didn't know how to make videos, and I don't think my computer could handle making videos at that time. Way too old. Mm-hmm. But, yeah. No, I like Roller Coaster.
But you played 4. There's a 4th game. That's the only reason I brought that up.
Oh, okay.
Because you said 3 games, but technically you played that too. I mean,
what do we consider playing games here?
Like things you got big into. Because I feel like that one's kind of in the realm of the other ones in terms of playtime. I know people say, I've played this game if they've completed the game. I've played Dark Souls, sure. Yeah. But I didn't actually play Dark Souls. I'd argue that you haven't played Dark Souls yet.
Okay. I've played Fallout New Vegas. How about that? That's more applicable.
I think
for the situation.
Played for real New Vegas because you did it of your own free will instead of me forcing you. So.
Exactly. But I feel like I didn't play New Vegas because I didn't actually give it 10 billion hours. I just played it to completion, then killed a bunch of people. That's it.
Nice. I mean, I feel like the way most people play Bethesda RPGs is they get main quest, it tells them to go somewhere, they get to that place, and they accept a bunch more quests, and that leads them entirely off the main quest path. And then they kind of
That's
waffle
probably
around
what happened to me.
a ton. And then
I don't
eventually
think my
they
experience
remember.
was... Yeah, my experience wasn't very different from that.
Okay. Well, then you've got the experience. Although some people do put hundreds and then thousands of hours into
I wouldn't
these
say
games.
that you've had, or I guess maybe you've had the Osu experience. You haven't had the zombies experience, though.
Have I had the zombies?
I'd say.
I haven't.
Because you haven't played high rounds.
Yeah, that's true.
You haven't done the stupid thing that...
I haven't had that experience. I just wasn't sure whether you said had or haven't.
Oh.
It was a little ambiguous. But yeah, no, I have not done high rounds. I've done... well, no, I had a high score on one leaderboard.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was like sixth place on Verrucht First Room.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
That, okay.
Terribly recorded. I think the video was like, I did something and it messed up terribly. It was the worst video ever as proof. But it was
I don't
perfect.
think Verrucht First Room, whatever amount of players it was,
Yeah,
is...
10 minutes of gameplay. Perfect. That's my kind of high round.
It's not anything real. Okay. I think we've talked about video games too much in like the first episode.
Probably.
Or at least, unless you have a different way to go than Call of Duty and stuff.
No, it's like, I like playing more things than you do, but I don't make stuff for them. And I also want to make games, and that's basically the difference. And then you make stuff for games that you get into, and then you don't get into many of them.
It's hard to get into too many things.
Yeah.
So if you're into one thing, you don't need another thing to get into.
I'm pretty into Monster Hunter right now, but I'm also, I'd say I'm into... Yeah, I change it kind of frequently, but I'm still like, I could go back to Dark Souls right now and just play through it again as my game that I'm doing if I wanted to. But at the moment, I'm more interested in Monster Hunter.
Well.
Whereas I don't think you'd transition like that. Whereas you also have incentive to stick with one since you now make content for it.
I don't think that incentive really helped with Call of Duty, though.
Yeah.
Sort of just like stopped.
True. Oh well.
Oh, very well. Very well. I don't have anything else on video games. I don't. Yeah. I don't like any of the topics we have. I don't know if I.
Let me delete stuff.
I feel like you should just pick one and I'll go with it.
Again.
Yeah, I don't want to pick one myself because it's like, because I don't like any of them. At least my own topics. If your topics are better, I mean, you have more to say about your topics. You should do those.
Perhaps, although I'm interested what you mean by real life here, because it's an anime we both saw, but I don't know what this. You have like sub-points, and I don't understand what it is by looking at it.
Real life is another one of the parts from. To get our list of topics, by the way, I sent Mr. Co-host here a list of topics I used for the Knocked 100 thing. You should watch the first episode of this weird podcasty thing. In that thing, there were a bunch of topics. He chose a couple of them that stood out. Real life was one of them, just because it had a very vague title. And you've watched / read Real Life, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe.
I've watched and read it, I think. I read up to where it was at the time and then never read it again. But I watched the anime.
How far in the manga was that?
I think it was no more than what the anime had. I don't remember. It was I did it right after I watched the anime, and I'm like, that wasn't much more, but whatever. And then I lost interest.
Okay, well, the thing that I was mentioning here was like, I was reading Real Life a year ago whenever I was doing that Knocked stuff, and one of the chapters was like something that resonated with me because the autistic character, you see, I didn't think about this in depth before speaking.
Is it the girl character?
Yeah, the main
girl real lifer. Yeah.
Yeah. Spoilers for Real Life, I guess. No,
not really. This is like episode 1. You found out who that is. But yeah, you're about to spoil.
Yeah. So in like, I'm going to say chapter 132 or chapter 146, very specific. I don't know where these numbers are coming from, but it sounds right for some reason.
Okay.
One of those chapters was like, they're doing some school festival something, and like main girl, the autistic girl, is like the one of the project heads or something like that. Mm-hmm. One of the two project heads, and she's really bad at working in a group with people, which hey, me too.
Nice.
This person, the way that she did stuff was like, instead of she's supposed to like lead the entire class of people, but instead of directing people on how to do stuff, she'd be like, okay, this person's not doing it right, I'll just do it myself instead.
Yeah, I think I did see this. Probably.
So you got decently far, I guess.
Apparently, I have no idea where it got to, or if it's still going, or if it's ended. But yeah, I feel like this is familiar.
Yeah, so that happened, and then the other project lead guy, he was like, okay, let's stop you from being dumb and like make you figure out how to just teaching her a lesson, basically. Not like a bad way, teaching her like a moral lesson, like you should help, or you should work with other people in this way because there are benefits and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And basically that is something I related to too much, because at the time I was doing that for way too many things. And it's something that I've continued doing up through today, which I don't think I should be doing.
Learned that lesson.
Yeah, I definitely learned that lesson. Specifically, the Mappers Guild thing. That's a thing I am sort of leading. I don't know if I should be giving details on this like extremely casual podcast, but basically, that's a thing where people map featured artists' songs. Maybe you've heard about it. I have like a profile badge mentioning it. Anyway, for that, I have to organize a bunch of people to like meet deadlines, and so they map their stuff on time and stuff. Mm-hmm. And people are really bad at deadlines.
Nice.
But there's no like way to make them actually finish things on time. So what I say is like, okay, can you finish by this date? Then they're like, sure. And then they don't. Then I say, can you do it? And they say, yeah, sure. But then they don't do it. And it's not like they have malicious intent in any way. It's just like they're busy or something. So what ends up happening is like, instead of being like, okay, let's relegate this to other people, it's like I don't want to make anyone else do anything, because I don't want to like force people to do stuff for this thing. I don't want to force people to map whatever stuff they don't want to. Mm-hmm. And so what ends up happening is I end up like taking difficulties that people signed up for and being like, okay, I tell them before, obviously, say, okay, let's speed this up. I'm going to help you with this difficulty or something like that. This is already past the deadlines and stuff. This is not like, but I mean, that is the exact same thing that was happening in real life. People were like a little late on their stuff. And so the person was like, okay, I'll do it myself.
Right. But you are like a bit better than that, because she wouldn't say anything.
Yeah,
she just did it.
The character in real life would just be like, okay, I did it. And then the other people would do it and get mad.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
Which makes sense. I mean, if
she doesn't,
no one's going to get mad at you for what you're doing, but it still might not be healthy for you.
I don't know. I think people get mad at me saying like, okay, can you meet the deadline? And then me saying, okay, you're not meeting the deadline. Let's speed it up and let me do something like that. They'd be madder if I like told other people to do it, obviously. But
right. But I think that's fair. It's like a repercussion for not doing a thing that they knew they had to do by a certain time.
Yeah, but it's bad for this whole system in general, because it's like it breaks the communicative nature of like working of this whole system and like working together. That's the point of the system, working together on these maps and stuff. Mm-hmm. And it sucks when like, so far we've done 2 rounds of maps, right? First one had 6 map sets. I did one of them like every difficulty by myself, and I had guessed difficulties on how many of them? 3 of the other ones, I think. So 4 of the 6 map sets I had done a bunch of stuff for, and I modded all of them as well. And then for the next one, there were 8 map sets. I made my own set mostly by myself. I had to collaborate on one of the difficulties for the reasons I just said earlier, deadline stuff. And then I had made guest difficulties for 4 of the other sets. So both of them, more than half the sets, I was doing stuff on them, which not initially signed up for, but yeah.
Right. Yeah, it like ends up seeming like it's your thing, practically.
Kind of, yes. That and like making it seem like other people, if you're not going to do work, I'm going to take it over for you, sort of thing. It comes off as way too bossy, I think. I'd
almost take that as like an easy out. It's like, I don't really have to do it. He'll end up picking up the slack.
It's that too, which
isn't good also.
Yeah, that makes things, makes my job more problematic there. If I'm going to be picking up slack, more slack than the slack that already needs to be picked up, sort of thing. Which, yeah.
My brother just invited me to a call.
I thought your brother went to sleep.
Different brother. The one in Scotland.
Oh, okay.
So he's awake now, because that's normal.
Oh, well, okay, that makes sense, I guess. Anyway, that's about that. Real life, I related to a thing a year ago, still relate to it. It's a problem. Yeah. It might not be a problem anymore because we've got badges for people. I think the main issue before was that there was no incentive to actually complete things by deadlines. Now there kind of is. So I don't think it'll matter anymore. But it's happened in different group situations. And I don't think I need to go in detail with them. It would be explaining the same thing.
Yeah. No, yeah. I relate to that. It makes sense. People in my game dev classes, well, I've said it in the previous episode, but computer science is not required in any capacity for this like major, which I think makes no sense because game design is a large part coding. But so we end up doing group projects, and if there's any coding aspect, I basically can't let anyone do anything. Or if I do, it has to be like something that no one else ends up having to touch, because otherwise it's like everyone's code it's so messy and wrong. It's like it wastes more time letting them do it without having hardly any experience trying to build their coding foundation.
Like how a lot tutorials. Of OSU development works right now.
Well,
I've heard people explain like they get pull requests for stuff, and it's like they just have to rewrite the stuff to make it actually work.
Right, but I feel like the core developers have like a substantial amount of experience and work well together, even though it is now an open source project that anyone can contribute to.
Right.
I feel like they still get a good amount done on their own because that's what they mostly rely on.
Right. That reminds me, you saying that thing about school projects. I had a school project last semester where very, very similar to that. Very similar, except I think it was like more extreme because it was like the first day of class, you're assigned this project. Make this thing. We don't need to explain what thing it is. And the entire semester we were supposed to work on it. I was the only one who even opened the project. That's how bad it was. Out of 5 people in a group. Yeah. And it's like anyone could have had the opportunity, but I don't think anyone knew how to, because again, it was like you had to know coding stuff, and you had to know some coding stuff, not much. I don't know much coding stuff, but I was able to figure some stuff out.
Yeah, and like I gave you a script or two and answered some questions, but like,
yes,
they could have done what you ended up having to do, but
I think this whole class was a mess though, because basically, the department head for the degree I'm in, he got a better job somewhere else, and so he was the only one who'd ever taught this specific class. So they instead got some random guy from a different department to teach it because he had some experience in like the technology there. Didn't turn out good.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, he just didn't want to teach it or something. He didn't really know what he was doing.
Yeah. From your descriptions, it sounded like the class had zero structure and
definitely
didn't do anything when they did meet, and sometimes just wouldn't meet.
Yeah.
Without any word.
It was a lab class, so you meet 3 hours per class, 2 classes a week. And usually the teacher said, okay, I'll show up halfway through class every day. Very interesting choice there.
Didn't he eventually say, why is no one here on time? I got here on time. Why is no one here?
He'd like,
I wonder.
This was a class of 20 people. 4 people would show up. 4 people.
You literally. Have any idea how many passed?
Everyone passed, actually.
Really?
Everyone passed because there was one assignment, the final project, and there was no grading involved in it. He said everyone will pass because this class is a mess. Those were like his words on the final day.
He basically said, this is our fault. We're sorry. Have some credit.
Yeah. So next semester, which is right now, I went in this room that class was in. It was like a room with like some computer fancy stuff. It was all torn down. So I think the class is completely gone. Did I still get credits for that? It was a complete waste of time, but I paid for it.
Right.
Technically.
And it's on your transcript now, so.
Yeah, I really don't know what's going on there.
It's at the very least GE credits, so.
But I don't need any GE credits anymore.
Guess it sucks to be you.
It was just a complete waste of time then.
Yeah. That's not good.
Yeah.
What even was this topic?
Real life.
Right.
Definitely real life. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have anything else to say on that. Group projects are a challenge.
Agreed. I'm doing a group project right now, and I want other people to be able to do some of the coding because we have roles in the project, and I'm the lead programmer, which also kind of means in our group the only programmer. But other people have expressed interest in wanting to code. It's I think they just feel bad having me be the only person coding.
But do they know how to?
No, none of them have taken. I think they might have taken an intro Java class, which is something. But
okay.
It seems like it was a while ago for both of them, and it's going to be tricky. I'm going to see if I can teach them some and give them sections that they can work on their own without having to make stuff communicate, because then it gets harder. But it should be fine. I'll probably end up doing it all, and it'll be fine.
See, that's the thing. You're not supposed to do that. That's what these group projects are supposed to be
Well, there's other things they can do though, because my role is very large if it's all the coding, but it is still just a part of it. I won't do any art. I'll be hands off on all the art, all the story. Any writing will go to someone else. So there is stuff I won't be doing. At least. Yeah, it's not as bad as your project where you literally did every aspect of it.
Yeah, and it was a bad project in the end. But hey, I passed. Yeah. And the teacher is like, hey, you show up to class every day. Congratulations, you're getting an A. Because he had no grading standard. I don't know.
Did everyone else get a C?
I hope so.
Was it based on
everyone
attendance?
in my group better have gotten a C.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a problem. Need to know how to work in a group. I'm as autistic as a main character in real life. That's a good topic.
Similar.
No, we don't need anything else on that. Mm-hmm. Next topic. I don't like any of them still. That one was actually pretty good though.
Yeah, that was decent. Let's see. Wait, I can delete this too. Okay. Why is podcasting a topic?
I don't really know. It's because I said when I said, "Do you want a podcast?" My thoughts or my words were thoughts on podcasting, and you said that's a podcasting topic.
Oh, I did say that, didn't I? I thought that was a pretty good joke, but
yeah, I have nothing to say about it.
And now it's here as a topic.
Yeah, that's you can delete that.
No, gotta make it work. What can we say?
We're really bad at podcasting. I already said that though.
That's true. We covered this topic.
Yeah,
we're good.
Any others? It can be yours or mine. I don't care.
What is this cringe topic?
We actually covered that in the last episode.
Did we? What was it? I don't remember. What?
The voice thing.
We've talked a lot about voice.
Thing.
That voice. Yes, I get it now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's covered. Praise. I had something to say about that.
I have no idea what this... It's Modding V2 and the praise button. That's all I'm thinking.
So, in one of my classes, there's a person where his way of talking to people is very political, is how I'd put it. He...
that means nothing to me, but go on.
What... I don't like it, basically. But
okay.
He'll basically, like, if anyone can do anything, he'll say that they're great at it. And he'll, like, talk them up and, like, try to get on everyone's good side in that sense. He does this to me a lot because he knows I can program, and that stands out in this class where no one can program. So it's just very uncomfortable. It's like undeserved praise. And he does it so frequently that it starts to mean nothing. Whereas, like, other people, if they praise it, I'm like, oh, thanks. I feel like I deserved that praise because you don't praise me every day. So.
I feel like I've known people like that. I feel like there's a lot of people in my family like that. And I also don't like it. I don't know how to handle praise at all.
Same.
Just like, thanks.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's uncomfortable.
Yeah. No, I don't know how. There's people who, I get praise on just random Osu chats, people saying, hey, you did a good video. I'll be like, okay, thanks. Are you supposed to say something more? I don't know if you're supposed to do something beyond that.
But it gets weird when the person says it like every other sentence. They're like, but yeah, you totally would get that, wouldn't you? You're a genius. I'm like, oh God.
Yeah, no, I don't know anyone like that, no.
Yeah.
Maybe not that extreme.
No, it's pretty extreme, which is why it's a topic here. But, yeah, there's not a ton more to say on it.
Praise in Modding V2, no one really uses praise in Modding V2. Only hypes, that's all that matters.
Yeah, it's the new kudos, right? So, might as well.
I know how to handle praise in Modding V2. You ignore it.
Unless you're posting it, then you spam it.
That too, yeah. You have to spam at the 00 timestamp. That's all you need to do.
Perfect. I feel like that needs to be rethought of. I think it needs a little reworking.
That's just you can post whatever nonsense and get first post on the thread area.
Yeah, but like, why does it actually matter? Like, it does matter in a sense. You need a certain amount before things happen.
Well, you're talking about hypes, not praise.
Oh.
Praise is just
I think
it just makes people feel good, that's all.
That's good. Never mind. I was thinking of hype. I think hype needs to be thought of based on my very limited knowledge of what it actually is.
What is your knowledge right now? It's probably changed.
That it's kudos.
Kind of. You need 5 hypes now, not 12, so it's not nearly as demanding.
Spam. Okay.
Yeah.
Not like asking a ton of people to hype your map, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, that's apparently the intended way to do it.
What?
Not intended. It's just a way you can do it, and it's not a problem.
Okay. What's the goal here?
Get people to look at your maps and have fun. Which
I feel like we need a better goal.
I understand it.
Okay. Well, as long as it's not a ton.
Yeah. Okay. Good topic. Very good topic.
Agreed.
Nice choice there.
Thanks. Now you choose one.
Dang.
I know, right?
Can I I'll choose one. Can you pick a number between 1 and 5?
I think you're cheating.
Am I? You sure?
Yeah. Let me go to random.org.
Please do. I can't make this decision.
Between 1 and 5?
Mm-hmm.
2.
Karen regret. Oh, man. We're going into more Knocked 100 topics.
Sweet.
Basically, this is Osu is a dangerous place, you see.
Mm-hmm.
People are mean.
You might get shanked if you turn around the wrong corner.
Exactly. basically, what happened is, this is not like a big deal at all, by the way. I'm making
awesome.
In my mind it is. And it's like impacted how I do stuff on the OSU. Basically, I made this map, right? I do that a lot.
You do.
The description was, it was stronger wording. It's like, I hate every ranked map of this song, so I made my own. Something like that. It's a thought process a lot of people do.
Yeah.
This map came out directly after someone else ranked the map, or ranked a map of this song, you know?
Mm-hmm. Did they like take it as an act of aggression?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I think so. They commented on the thread. And they were like, I don't even remember what they said, actually. I just know they commented. Maybe it was that. I don't know. It was really short. It wasn't like real dangerous, but
it wasn't the American Sniper confirmed kills copy pasta.
It was not.
Okay.
No. It was just like, I made someone sad. I didn't like that. So basically, I don't want to say anything that would make people mad on OSU about mapping, because OSU already has way too much of that, I think. Way
Empathy
too much
ruins
of that.
everything, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Because I know I don't actually feel bad about anything people say about my maps, because I don't really know why. I think most people who say bad stuff about my maps don't really
know what
they
they're
don't
talking
map.
about.
That, yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Let me just finish that for you.
I said I just don't want to be mean to people. Excuse me.
I was mean to people. You weren't. You don't have to say outright that you agree with me. Just take it.
Sure. Okay. But yeah, I don't want to, after that, I was like, okay, I'm going to stop doing anything in that sort of attitude. If I'm going to be thinking something extremely negative towards a bunch of people on OSU, I'll just keep thinking that to myself. How about that? I'm a good person. Wow.
The literal exact opposite thing in the post instead. People start to catch on. It becomes like an inside thing. Some people know what you really think.
Too much virtue signaling here, I think. But, you know.
Perhaps.
It was a topic. I wrote it down.
Good stuff.
You chose this topic, actually, from my list. So, hey, it might not have happened earlier.
Right. True.
Do you have anything to say on that?
Making people feel bad. I mean, I don't want to tell the guy in my class to stop praising me, because I feel like, what'll that make him think of me? Like, oh, you don't like the way I am? I don't know, because it's just like how he treats everyone. But he's a lot more charismatic than I am. So
I think most people would be classified as that.
Thank you.
At least people in my classes.
Yeah.
Way too charismatic.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to say on it, really.
Regret.
Agreed.
Karen Regret. Sorry, Karen. Karen is a mapper, by the way.
Yeah.
That's why it was called that.
I know a map by Karen. I like that map.
A map. Congratulations.
The Nobore Susume thing.
Right.
That's
the most
good.
popular Karen map. That makes sense.
I think I know one more. Was it Platinum Disco?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It was in my top 10.
Yeah, it might have been in my top 10.
Video.
I don't know.
Did you vote in the top 10 thing?
I did.
Oh, hey. Nice.
Did I bring up my top 10 and we talk about that as a topic?
Do you want to?
I mean, we can. It's like extremely noob mapper top 10.
How many maps did you play in 2017 even?
Enough. There was... I
10.
had to scroll on the page.
Okay, nice.
Where would I find this?
Contests /59. I know the number.
And I'm just searching that. Contests. Or is there a contest subform?
It's on the new website.
How do I get to the new website? Just new.ppy. That works. So.
Maybe? Does that work?
Yeah, new.ppy.sh works. It redirects.
Then you go to the thing at the top for the menu. There's a contests thing.
There it is.
Somewhere.
News, friends, settings, forum subscriptions, and modding watch list.
Not there. It's higher up. Near like the Osu logo.
There's a drop down. Oh my god.
Yeah.
What is this site?
It is new.
There's contests under community.
You can find it, yeah.
It was community choice for Osu. Okay. Just alphabetically.
I mean, I
Platinum
made a
Disco
top 10.
by Karen. Yeah, there it is.
Overlap.
Itsumo Kono Basho De by Kalibe.
What was the title?
Steins Gate outro, maybe.
Oh, I know the map. Okay.
Yeah. I just like the song.
What a way to vote for the best maps of 2017.
If I remembered it, it basically classified as being in my top 10. So
understandable. What else do you have?
Black
comment
Pink,
on these choices.
As If It's Your Last.
Blackpink? What?
Natsu.
It's a K-pop song. Okay. Yes. I probably didn't play it actually.
Okay.
I ignore all the Natsu K-pop songs.
I think there's another one in here, so Handsome Map. Oshikuzu no Interlude.
I voted for that too.
What even is this? That's like the slow streams one.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Okay. Then I scroll way down. Goodbye to a World.
Another one I voted for. Did I tell you what I was voting for before you voted?
No, you did not.
Okay. Interesting.
Then again, I do get maps from you sometimes, so I imagine you only give me ones that you like. Yeah. Hopefully. Rise Against Savior by Pichifan. Congrats.
I would not vote for that, but okay.
You made it. I think I like the song, so.
Okay. It is like their most popular song.
Tompa Beats The Girl Next Door by Nokashi.
It's like the 1.5 star map.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
It allowed me to find Tompa Beats, and then I downloaded an album, and I figured, cool. Try Sale Original TV version.
I know that one, the Neg one.
Yeah. I like that. It has streams, and they're slow, which is ideal.
Just slow, constant 1/4.
Yes. Usao, USAO, Extra Mode.
Wub stuff.
Extra Mode by Meow Fu.
Which difficulty is that? Did you like?
The one I could play. I think it's the highest one.
The highest one, okay.
Yeah. I could barely play it.
But okay.
But the only reason I like it is because I could barely play it.
Oh. Wow. How many is that? Like 6?
No, I think that's 9.
Oh, okay.
Last one. Z? XI? Your map.
It's my map, okay.
Yeah.
The one you asked me which of my maps is most likely going to be a high alert rating.
Yeah.
It's that one,
I
probably.
voted for that one. Vote fixing.
Cool. Most likely people select whatever's at the top or whatever's at the very bottom. It's got a chance.
That's true.
Stuff in the middle is completely screwed though.
Alrighty. Well, there's my choices. Any thoughts?
They overlap with mine, so not completely terrible.
Woohoo.
Although I think most people would argue my choices are terrible, so your choices are somewhere on the spectrum. Everyone has different choices in this thing. Mm-hmm. There is no there's a lot of consensus for what's the best movie of the year and stuff. Mm-hmm. Not quite here.
What about Mapper's Choice Awards? Since it's actually Mapper's choosing.
That hasn't started yet.
I know, but is there typically consensus?
It's either Impulse or it's not Impulse. I'm 100% sure on that. You can quote me.
I think that's a tautology, so yeah.
Yep. Impulse is the thing I expect to win there. That's my thought.
That was the map that you said was your favorite, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yep.
I mean, I have a very standard view on maps, I think.
Perhaps. I have a player's view on maps.
Okay. What time are we at? Do you want to continue 20 minutes more? So this is episode 2?
Or we can. Do we have the topics to support that? We might have to come up with more.
4 topics in 20 minutes. We probably won't even go through all 4.
Okay.
Which one do you want then? Random.org? Again.
I just closed it. Let me open that again. Okay, so 4 now. Generate. 2 again.
2 again. School. We kind of talked about school.
We have.
I feel.
We've brought it up. Oh no, we only have 3 topics.
I'm going to school for a useless degree. I'm in my 4th year. I'll be done eventually.
I'm going to a community college for an associate's degree in what I actually want to do, but I don't know how useful it'll be. So.
Hey, nice. You've learned, you know some stuff that could be useful because you've taken a bunch of comp sci classes.
Yeah, originally I was going to transfer into a comp sci degree, and I might still do that if I can't do anything with this degree.
I mean, even then, just having the knowledge is probably good for a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas my knowledge, nothing.
YouTube.
Hey, YouTube has taught me more than college so far.
Yeah.
Which is a problem.
Yeah. Well, not much to say there. Hopefully this trend doesn't continue.
Well, depends on what you choose next.
Random.org. 1.
I mean,
writing a resume.
Related to school, I guess.
Yeah.
This one's your topic, so you should introduce it.
I just don't like it. I don't like writing resumes. I don't know if anyone does. I imagine no one does. Because it kind of feels like, at least when you aren't yet in whatever industry you're applying to, it feels like you're bragging about yourself or trying to brag about yourself to people that already do what you want to be doing better than you do it currently. So, like, how are you supposed to sound like you need me when, I mean, they could get anyone else probably. It's like very down on myself way of thinking.
For exactly?
Scripting positions at various game development companies. They are internship positions, so it's not like they expect me to be amazing already, but still, it's hard to, like, I don't know, just bragging about yourself. It doesn't feel right. Possibly more virtue signaling, but
yeah. Okay. I don't think we need to go too much into that.
Yeah.
I don't have any experience writing resumes, so like the closest thing to a resume I've written is like college applications.
It feels a lot like writing college application essays.
The essays?
The essays specifically, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The essays were all like, tell us what you do. It's like, you don't want to know what I do.
I went to high school, you see. And
like everyone else applying.
Yeah.
Yep. Fortunately, there's a much, 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 much smaller pool of people applying for this, and it's more in line with what I want to do instead of being super general.
They also don't accept as many people, I think.
Yeah, they accept exactly one.
Thousands of, exactly one. Well.
For a position.
Well.
Yeah. I mean, I'm applying for like.
Good luck there.
A handful of positions, less than 10, but like closer to 10 than 5, I think. Maybe.
I see.
More than 5, at least. So I have some chance, but a lot of them expect people from 4 years. So being in a community college kind of hurts me a little. But
that makes sense.
We'll see. The point is, I was writing a resume when you asked for topics, and I don't like writing resumes.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. I have nothing to say about resumes, so.
Okay.
Well, we're running low on topics.
We are.
Let's go.
How about,
these last topics are like bad, too.
I don't know. We could talk about YouTubers, I think.
Could we?
We've done it recently.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I asked for your top 9 YouTubers.
Finding a full 9 is a little hard.
Which all differed from mine entirely. You have a very, we have very different tastes when it comes to what we want to see out of YouTube videos, I think. That's all.
I mean, I still watch stuff from everyone in your top 9. But
everyone?
Not everyone, no, but a lot of them.
I don't even remember my top 9.
Same.
My top 9 is, do we want to go through them? I don't think we want to.
No,
I mean,
probably
that would go way too long.
Right, but like, I don't know.
Generally, they all have one like thing that I'm interested in, though, which is they talk about stuff.
Yeah, yours is like they talk about things in general, and they also make content on YouTube. Like they make projects on YouTube, like big things that they like to work on, but then they also just ramble and put that on like a second channel, and you watch the second channel stuff.
Second channels are very important to me, I think.
Yeah.
Whereas me, weird
it depends greatly. Usually not, but it can be.
I like rambling stuff because most of the YouTube content I consume is while driving, which sounds really wrong because YouTube is videos.
Yeah.
But no, I convert, like, I download hours worth of videos, put them in one MP3 file, and then just like I have that whenever I need to go into a car. I stick it, plug it in. I have to drive, like, I live in a place with a lot of traffic. I drive like 45 minutes twice a day, every couple days, every other day right now, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Yeah. So that's a lot of YouTube content to just soak up.
Yeah, so you need quantity over quality for sure.
And as I said earlier in like episode 1, I think, I listen to YouTube videos while doing video stuff. So
the background noise topic.
The background noise, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what all my videos or video consumption usually is. And I also listen to or actually watch YouTube videos while I'm eating food. Basically, that's it.
Yeah. I mean, I do that too.
Maybe 20 minutes a day of watching YouTube videos. The rest is just listening. That's it.
Yeah.
So the videos that I make are not the kind of thing I guess I would be consuming usually. But I think my kind of videos would be the kind of thing that would go in that 20 minutes of I'm eating. And I don't subscribe to like a billion people anymore. I did a really long time ago, but no, now it's like I get maybe 4 videos in my subscription box a day. That's it.
I get a lot more than that.
I don't watch all of them.
But I only like watch 4. I need to probably filter some out, but yeah.
Yeah, I've filtered my subscriptions recently.
I have not touched that list in forever.
What kind of YouTubers are yours?
Mine.
Your top 9.
So if I need to waste time, I either play currently Monster Hunter or I play Melee. And I really like Melee. Melee's fun. So I watch tournament streams sometimes, or I watch VODs of tournament streams. I also watch like the more popular content in the Smash scene, which is like there's like one big compilations channel called GR Smash, and I watch that, and that releases fairly frequently. And then just Smash content in general. Currently, since I'm into Monster Hunter at the moment, I watch Monster Hunter content sometimes. Only about specific topics, but like within the game that I'm interested in. Like looking up specific weapon details and stuff. But it largely just revolves around video games.
I'm pretty sure all of them were video game related.
Yeah. Matthew Matosis.
Which is not the case for mine. Mine are like 2 video game, 2 anime.
Yeah.
Some complete nonsense. I don't even know.
Matthew Matosis and Joseph Anderson, big long reviews of games that like they release once a month, maybe, usually less frequently. I like those.
I've watched some of those.
Yeah, they're really long and they're pretty good.
They're the kind of thing I would listen to in the background entirely.
Yep.
I hope I don't have to actually look at them. If I do, I've missed out on stuff.
Well, I mean, they write them as essays first, and then like have visuals that are relevant but not necessary. So most of the time you don't need it.
So they're what I do. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Except much more in depth and probably way better.
And way fewer. So.
Way fewer, true.
Yeah.
And about different games, not just one.
Yeah. Did I have anything else? I thought about putting Mega 64 on there. They do skits and stuff, but they're public skits just get to me.
Public skits, what?
Mega 64.
What are public skits?
Oh, they'll like
they have a bit that they do, and then they'll do it in public and like just make people uncomfortable.
What? Oh, so the like can you be my girlfriend, that thing?
Yeah,
Is that one of them?
Yeah, that was one. It's like, I think they do it because they like doing it, but I think it contributes in large part to their success. Like, since they do it so frequently, I think people share the videos because they're like, dude, look at the size of this guy's balls. Look at him just humiliate himself all over the place. And it's, I don't like it. I like their skits that don't involve that stuff, and there's a good amount of that. And their podcast is pretty good.
The bowling podcast.
Yeah, that one was not pretty good. It was very hard to listen to. But
well,
the rest of them are pretty good when they have like a studio.
Okay. So we've got what? Like,
I don't know.
12 or something, more than 10 minutes left, barely.
We could talk about the last topic, or
would that last the whole time?
I don't know if it would last the whole time, but we definitely need more topics.
Go ahead with let's go into the last topic, which is I posted a picture of an anime girl just because.
Maybe you should even put that anime girl like on the screen.
Should I? It's the main girl
from
Hibike Euphonium. That's it.
I'm gonna open that up and just have it on my screen for now.
Inspiration, yeah.
Yeah, I need reference.
That was the topic. Mm-hmm. And I guess the topic could be expanded into anime.
Yeah.
But I didn't expect this to be a real topic. I just put something there.
We were hoping we wouldn't get to this point.
We didn't want to go this low.
Oh, versus not anime. So there's sort of a topic here.
That was your part. I don't know what that was about.
I forgot that I actually suggested further. Yeah, so I don't watch anything. I watch anime, and that's about it. And I only do that. I do that way less than I play games. So,
and we watch basically the same amount of anime right now.
Yeah, at the moment,
for the past however many months.
Yeah, we co-op watch stuff with Sync Play. Is pretty good.
Plug. Sponsored by Sync Play.
Do they make money? I don't think so. I think it's open source. But I don't know. I don't want to say it's open source when it isn't, but...
No, I think it is. I remember it being linking to a GitHub page somewhere.
Oh, yeah, probably. So,
but yeah.
Probably open source.
I mean, that makes anime interesting, although...
Yeah.
Really depends on what the show is, because there's a lot of shows... A lot of anime is just like nonsense comedy stuff, which is fine, but like depending on the person you're watching with, sometimes it doesn't work. Like I know in big crowds, those kind of anime is like I don't know, Prison School, Keijo, those kind of things.
That's ideal for big crowds, I think.
Yeah, those work well in big crowds, but just like two people, it's like okay, the comedy of it kind of gets old. Yeah. The comedy of like it being silly, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Not as enjoyable. So most of the stuff we watch is anything else.
Yeah.
Anything not comedy based.
Yeah.
Basically.
Mm-hmm. And for a bit more context, a guy I met at Moore Park used to do anime nights 4 times a year at the beginning of each season. And I invited Brandon to that. So that might be where the inspiration for this all came from. It's like, because that was the big group Keijo watching.
Well, no, I don't think so, because I remember
I watched stuff before with
the cam.
Oh, okay. And did you use Sync Play?
No. It was
it was the press play, yeah.
You know, the classic way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, well, that was why I even had it in my mind.
Was it? I'm pretty sure before that we even tried it, though.
Did we? How long have we been doing this? There was a gap. We stopped watching anime for a while.
We watched a couple things.
Yeah.
Didn't you watch stuff with like David, right? I think it was around that time.
Yeah, I tried watching, what's it called? The violin anime. Violin and piano.
Your Line April, that one.
Yeah, that one. I felt like it would have been better watched solo.
You feel like that, but I didn't like it solo, so.
Yeah, maybe I just didn't like it because I ended up not liking it.
Maybe you just wouldn't like it.
It's possible. But as a result, never watched anything again with him. So.
Yeah, I remember we watched the show with the anime girl that is not on screen probably because I won't remember. But we watched that together. We had very different thoughts on that.
EBK.
EBK at Euphonium. So I played the Euphonium coincidentally for a bunch of time.
That said, co-op watching does make things better. Like, I would not have gotten through Yu Yu Hakusho.
True, yeah.
It would not have happened. But we managed.
I mean, I feel like I have more like resistance to tolerance, that's the word.
Yeah.
More tolerance for stuff that is not worth watching. So I'll end up watching it anyway.
Woo. Well, the thing is, if I didn't play video games and I like did anime in that time, I'm sure I'd end up lowering my standards just due to watching more. And you watch stuff while editing sometimes, so like you just
I don't
do more watching of things.
Like those shows though that much. I choose them because they're not worth watching.
But it's lowered your threshold, you see.
Maybe my threshold was already pretty low. I'm one of the, for a long time I was one of the people who like didn't drop stuff just because felt like I had to do it. But
meanwhile, I drop like Death Note when it's the third anime I watch.
Yeah, I don't understand that because that seems like the most accessible anime for someone who's just getting in. But
I don't know.
Whatever. Okay.
Something about it was unappealing. It might have just been the style. Maybe it's because it didn't have any anime girls. I don't know.
It had like one.
I didn't want to see her die. That was it. That's why I dropped it.
Okay. Well.
I don't even remember who it is. But, I mean, I should probably just go back and watch it because I didn't get far.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I feel like I had something else to say based on that.
EBK.
What was it about that? I don't know. Co-op watching stuff, it makes stuff better. It makes like the longest arc of Kaiji bearable. Like what was the second season last arc where he was playing what was it, pachinko the entire time.
That was pretty bad
for like 12 episodes of playing pachinko in one room.
Yeah, not great. It's just like, will it go in? I don't know. The ball's just gonna keep spinning. How many more balls? A lot.
Huh. I feel like I liked it though. I liked the. It shouldn't have been so long, but I liked the suspense. I did.
I appreciated the fact that they could get it to last that many episodes, but I'm
That's impressive. Yeah.
Not sure I'd say I liked it, but it was bearable since I wasn't just forcing myself to do it.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Kaiji is fantastic. We're watching Akagi now, which is like the Kaiji anime predecessor.
Yep.
And
I was initially opposed, but Smash commentator Bobby Scar kept praising it, and he sold me on it. So I gave in.
I mean, I like Kaiji more than Akagi, but I mean, I feel like that would change. Really? Okay.
Yeah. I just like how OP Akagi is.
Okay, you do like that kind of person.
I do like OP characters. Like, I'm pretty into that. It's because of Melee. I only play the OP characters. Everyone only plays the OP characters because the bad ones are so bad that they're unplayable.
If I knew how to play Mahjong, I would maybe think it was better. But Kaiji was just completely random made-up game, so it's like, okay, I can figure this out. That's nice.
Yeah, I think that's probably what the author realized. It's like, well, Mahjong will never break into bigger audiences. Like, the show will never have penetration, or the manga, if people just don't know the game. And I can't spend like hundreds of chapters. A lot of
people probably know what Mahjong is, though.
Yeah, not like here, you know what it is. But is it like...
They know how to... Maybe.
Is it as well known as like chess? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's just a cultural difference. But yeah. Knowing it might make it better, but I feel like the stuff that they're doing can be so BS anyway. It's just not at all.
But it's nice to have like the context of knowing how BS it is.
I mean, some of it, that's pretty BS. He used like
some of it,
psychology and like several layers of chance.
Yeah, his explanation of like how he defeated that
tooth dude
mob boss guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
The round tooth guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, I feel like this is way too boring for anyone who hasn't seen Kaiji Urikagi.
So. Perhaps. Maybe our enthusiasm has reached them.
We're not that enthusiastic, please.
That's the joke. Don't worry.
I don't know jokes. Anime doesn't teach me how to know jokes.
That's for sure.
We've got what? Like 5 minutes. We gotta go to a backup topic.
Well, let's skip that first
about anime. Skip that first one. Our first one is porn, by the way.
Yeah.
It's an important topic.
It's
actually.
the last
I have a lot to say
possible backup.
It could last us the entire third episode.
Oh, it could last.
Any thoughts on you only have thoughts on these.
You have no thoughts on these ones. Well, no. I'd like to hear your thoughts on your Monster Hunter experience. Because we did try it. We attempted it exactly once.
I don't even know which version it was.
Yeah, so I guess I'll intro one. It.
Yeah, do.
It's so neither of us owned the systems that Monster Hunter was out on at the time. There's a new one out. It's on PS4 and the modern consoles, Xbox One, not PC. But so we had to play either a 3DS one or a PSP one. There's an emulator that works for PSP. The 3DS one's crap at the moment. So we did that. We played the best one that's on PSP, and which is Portable Third. If you know what they are, you probably agree that it's better than the other ones. But anyway, you don't own a controller, and
I don't. I do, but I don't.
You own a controller and an adapter, and they do not work together. Mm-hmm. Or rather, the adapter just does not work. So he was going to have to play it on keyboard. And that's, if you know how convoluted the Monster Hunter controls are initially, you'd know that it's hard to learn it just normally. So learning it on keyboard as your first experience is quite possibly the worst way to experience Monster Hunter. And I did it too. I played keyboard even though I have like 3 controllers here. And because I felt like it needed to be even in at least that aspect.
Make it fair that we suck.
Yeah. And in retrospect, this was a bad idea, but we chose a quest that was like 3 stars.
Well, I didn't know what
you didn't know
were,
what we were getting into.
Easy or hard. I thought, okay, 3 stars. Let's speed this up. Go harder.
Yeah. And
bad choice.
Yeah. I was not aware of how much more health they have, and neither of us had upgraded weapons at all. We had I
was using like the crappy ones you get in the house.
Yeah, starter weapons are literally worse than the tier 1 weapons that you can get because they're there for you to try them. We were using those, and we tried to kill like the easiest monster in the game and went overtime and failed due to timing out. That's
overtime
50 minutes.
Is like
50 minutes
we
of
just
one fight.
Smacked one monster with the same attack for 50 minutes straight.
Yeah. What weapon were you using? Dual blades, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So he was dual blading. I was using hunting horn because it's semi-support like and just doing buffs and hitting it in the head. And it was a bad time because you can kind of control the camera, but you end up just using the camera lock button to snap it forward, Legend of Zelda style. And it's just a bad experience. I would not recommend it.
That is my entire experience with Monster Hunter. Just bad.
It's just bad. I'm working on getting him a controller somehow, so I can change that impression at least a little. But
will it change? I mean, yeah.
I think it will. Change. I think it definitely will. 100%.
Like, I don't care about Monster Hunter in the first place.
You still might not like it, but at least you'll have a correct impression of it.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of trash game. It was really bad.
Monster Hunter World is probably the way to get that impression higher because emulating a PS4 game is, or not PS4, PSP game.
It's actually super
bad choice.
It's super I mean, it's like better than playing it on the PSP as long as you have a controller.
I wouldn't play it on the PSP either.
I know. It is old and it looks bad. But, I mean, I like it, so I'm biased. But if I manage to like the DS one, where I'm like killing my hands to play it, it does some things right. It's also playable infinitely, so that's cool.
Well, are we at time?
Hopefully. Are we?
We're a little low, but that's probably fun. Anyway, final thoughts on anything?
No.